Hello, viewers. Today is Sunday, December 8th, 2024. I'm here to share my thoughts and opinions on the day three of the second test match between India and Australia at Adelaide. This is the pink ball test. And day three started off with Rishabh Pant and Nitish Kumar Reddy starting the India's second innings. But in the very first over, Rishabh Pant got out to Michelle Stark. And here I would like to ask the team management on exactly what was the strategy, because Rishabh Pant charged on the first over itself, trying to be very aggressive. I did not understand the strategy behind that. I always thought that if India had any chance of salvaging this test match, Rishabh Pant should play a long innings with Nitish Kumar Reddy and Ravichandran Ashwin. But the very first over itself, Rishabh Pant was charging Stark, and eventually did not last long. He just got out at the last ball of that first over itself. As soon as Rishabh Pant went in the first over, it was then a question of time when the Australian bowlers are going to take the rest of the wickets. And they did take the rest of the wickets pretty cheaply, except for Nitish Kumar Reddy, who is continuing to show tremendous promise, and he hit some good boundaries. And it looks as though that he is turning out to be a good lower order batter. But still, India folded up with just 19 runs ahead, and the Australians were able to come back and get those 19 runs without losing any wicket. From the Australian bowling perspective, Pat Cummins employed the short ball very well, and he took 5 wickets. So the long and short of day three is India did not show any kind of resistance. I am very disappointed because I thought that they will try to play the first 1 hour rather carefully and try to see if they can score some additional runs and put Australia on the back foot on the fourth innings. Even if the lead was close to around 150 or 200, India could have tried to make a match out of it, but that was not to be. And Australia, at the end of the day, won this test very convincingly by 10 wickets. So they go on to the next test match. So series is tied at 1-1, and now they go on to the next test match at Brisbane. But looking at some of the reactions that you see from the Indian cricket fans, I know they are all very disappointed, but immediately most of the Indian cricket fans came out and had a knee-jerk reaction to this whole loss, and they talked about how we should drop Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, and they should replace Ashwin with Washington Sundar, and replace Shrit Rana with Akashdeep and whatnot. So I do feel that there is a problem with this kind of knee-jerk reaction. You should not get into this instant reaction to these kind of losses. We need to think at it from a pure cricketing angle. I, for one, always believe that Virat Kohli is a very good player. He is capable of scoring a lot more runs. He likes the Australian wickets. He likes the ball to come onto the bat, and where he can score in square of the wicket as well as in the front of the wicket. He's pretty good on the bounce kind of shots, and he can play just like Sandeep Patil used to play in the late 70s, early 80s. He likes the bounce, he likes the pace, and he generally likes to play in the Australian wickets. And remember that he also scored 100 in the first test. So I am not willing to write off Virat Kohli yet. I still feel that he will bounce back and he will score more runs in the next series. It is true he has some weakness on slow left arm spin bowling within India. You always used to complain that in India it's very difficult for him to bat because the ball is not coming onto the bat. And he has complained that several times. But if you look at Australian conditions where the ball is coming onto the bat, he should definitely do very well. He got out to a very good ball in the second innings, just on the corridor. Boland does that very well. He just bowls just on that off stump, outside the off stump line, and the length is always between an off volley and a good length, and you have to play at it. And even the best of the best will play at it. And so you should not just treat Virat Kohli very harshly on that. If you can even find out from other top Indian batsmen who have played before, For instance, if you talk to Sunil Gavaskar, he used to always say that that corridor, the off stump, outside the off stump line, and if it's just an off volley or just closer to the off volley, it's in between off volley and the good length ball, and if it is seaming away, that is a delivery that even the best of the best batsmen would nick. Sunil Gavaskar has talked about this multiple times. He was one of the best openers India ever had. He has faced the new ball against top-notch fast bowling and swing bowling, and he had scored hundreds across multiple countries. So you can't say he played only in one country. So Sunil Gavaskar had said several times that any bowler can get you on a perfect outswinger on any day. It doesn't matter which bowler it is. So that is one thing that, the first half an hour or 45 minutes for any player, he is going to be suspect to that particular delivery. And I'm not justifying all this. I'm just telling you the rationale, a cricketing reason, a cricketing rationale. That length and that line is difficult to play in the first 30, 40 minutes. Sometimes it comes off well. You drive, you basically time the ball perfectly and it goes to the boundary. Sometimes you nick. And sometimes you try to push, then also you nick. So I don't want to really treat Virat Kohli very harshly just because he failed on both the innings in this test match. Then coming to Rohit Sharma, this is another person that the Indian cricket fans are really saying that he should retire and he has passed his prime and whatnot. Again, in this case, I again believe, I have mentioned this just before the second test match, I felt like the best position for Rohit Sharma is to open the innings along with KL Rahul. KL Rahul is more like a traditional opener, and Rohit Sharma takes a little bit of chances, but also it's better for him to come and face the new ball. Once he times the ball, in the first 20, 30 minutes, then he generally tends to go on and does build his innings and gets a very big score. So I always believe Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul should open, and Jaiswal can come at number 3, Kohli at number 5, and Gill can come at number 5, and Pant should play at number 6. And they should never change this combination. I don't understand why the Indian team management wants to bring Pant up to number 4 or 5 in some matches or some innings because of the right-left combination and whatnot. I don't know what they are thinking, but in a test match, honestly, the right-left combination doesn't make sense at all. Now, you should send your batsman based on a fixed order, and you should send your best batsman up front. And Virat Kohli still is one of the best Indian batsmen that we have, and you should play at number 4 no matter what the condition is. And if you follow this lineup, Gill should play at 5 and Pant should play at 6, and then Pant can be very ably supported by Nitish Kumar Reddy at 7, and then whether you take Jadeja or Ashwin or Washington Sundar, they can come at 8. And that, I think, is a very good batting lineup that will do very well. I understand Rohit Sharma has failed, but you should give him a chance to play at the top of the order. And in the next test match, I hope that he goes on to open along with KL Rahul. Then from the bowling side, a lot of the Indian cricket fans were again harsh on Ashwin Rana. I understand he didn't bowl very well. In fact, even Siraj did not bowl very well on that second day morning. That was a crucial time period. Bumrah was bowling beautifully on the one end, but Siraj did not bowl very well. If he had applied equal amount of pressure on the other side by bowling good line and length, India could have gotten Australia out for around 200 or 250 on day 2. But that didn't happen. But so it's very unfair to blame just Ashwin Rana. We should, if you're trying to blame, we should also blame Siraj. People only look at the wickets column. They don't look at how they bowled. So my job here is to say whether they had bowled well. They might have gotten 4 wickets, but whether they really bowl well at the right moment for India to seize the advantage. And Bumrah was bowling so well, and he got 2 wickets on day 2, early afternoon. But Siraj did not do well on that first session on day 2, which basically made all the difference in the test match, in my view. So that said, the selectors will have some dilemma as to who they should pick. The only newcomer that has really taken his place for sure is Nitish Kumar Reddy, because he has scored runs in all the 3 out of the 4 innings that he has played. So he has shown a lot of promise. but the team management should not make the mistake of sending up higher up the order. He is a lower order bat, and we should try to nurture him in the lower order because India definitely needs a good lower order batsman, especially for tour abroad. Like if you go to England or New Zealand or Australia and South Africa, you need someone in the lower order who can score runs. And I think he is a good investment for the future in the lower order. India should not make a mistake of sending him up the order at this juncture. Maybe after a couple of years after he gets enough experience, he can come up the order. But right now, I think number 7 is a very ideal slot for Nitish Kumar Reddy. Then coming to the number 8 slot, as I mentioned, India is going to have a headache by looking at whom they should choose among Washington Sundar, Ravichandran Ashwin, and Jadeja. I have a feeling that they might go with Jadeja for the third test match, but let's wait and watch and see what they do. But the rest of the team, in terms of Bumrah and Siraj, they pick themselves, and then the choice will be to drop Ashit Rana and pick up some other fast bowler from the reserves like Akashdeep. But I have a feeling that Rana deserves one more chance, provided he just goes back to the drawing board, talks to the bowling coaches, and fixes his line and length. He needs to bowl a little bit closer. As I mentioned again and again, like a mantra, between an off volley and a good length, and he will definitely get wickets if you put that on that line, on that length, and on the off stump, outside the off stump line, he will definitely get a lot of wickets. So that's it for me today. Let's hope that the Indians perform better on the third test. Till then, take care.